What's going on, everyone? Happy Sunday to everyone. Hopefully you're keeping safe. Hopefully you're negative from COVID. I thought this morning we would do an update on the H5N1 outbreak and what we know so far. It's been a couple weeks since we've done one, and there's been a few new things that have popped up. The bit of good news I do have about this is there are no more cases in humans as of right now in the last 2 weeks since our previous update. Let's start off with the United States. We'll go over some numbers here. Wild birds detected, 6,715. Jurisdictions with bird flu in wild birds, 49. Poultry infected, this is a really large number, 58,789,351. States with poultry outbreaks is at 47. And we'll start off here with H5N1 flu detections across the United States in wild birds. And you can see it has impacted a lot of counties and states, but some areas more than others. California is getting hit hard, the Northwest, the Northern Rockies, the Upper Midwest, through to the Northeast. But you do have some pockets in between which are not being hit terribly hard. West Virginia is one of them, Kentucky's one of them, Oklahoma, even Texas. It has not spread that much in Texas yet, and this is again in wild birds. Florida, it's starting to rack up the number of counties in Florida. The Panhandle, it's starting to spread more in the Panhandle now as well. My state of Pennsylvania, look at southeast Pennsylvania. It's really starting to add up there. And the Northeast, yeah, it's hitting the Northeast pretty hard as well. Then we come over here to H5N1 bird flu detections across the United States. This is backyard and commercial birds. So basically we're looking at poultry farms and whatnot, and you're going to see some really big numbers here. 58,789,351 birds here, 47 states affected, 416 counties affected, 832 reported outbreaks, and some of these flock sizes are really large, like Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, that's Amish country in Pennsylvania. 4,116,090 birds impacted. Then we'll just come up here to South Dakota in Beadle County, I should say. Flock size 410,300. And coming over here to Fremont, Wyoming, smaller flock size, just 80 impacted here. 2 outbreaks in that county. And as we go through Nye County, Nevada, you have 1 outbreak with 1,600 flock size. So each flock is a very different size, but some of them are really large, and it makes up a really large number. And check this out. Even in Alaska, it is spreading now in some counties. Not very big flock sizes up in Alaska, but it is spreading there. There are no cases on this map in Hawaii. Let's check out the other map. Going back to wild birds again. Wild birds is also spreading in Alaska as well. Not in Hawaii as of yet. Alright, continuing on to this. This is over in the UK. Bird flu restrictions in place after South Yorkshire outbreak. So they are having an outbreak in South Yorkshire. Let's read what these restrictions are, or let's read a little bit about it. The Department of Environmental, Food and Rural Affairs said the H5N1 virus was confirmed in commercial poultry at a site near Cantley in Doncaster. A 2-mile, 3-kilometer protection zone and a 6-mile, 10-kilometer surveillance zone have been put in place around the area. All the birds on the affected premises will be humanely killed off, unfortunately. Bird flu is an infectious disease, as we all know, and yeah, it's spreading over there as well. So that's concerning. It continues to spread in more and more places, and we really do need to contain this. Look at this. New scientists. It's coming back to the United States. Bird flu has killed 20 critically endangered California condors. And this is something I am really concerned of. Remember we were talking about sea lions recently, and let's pull up the sea lion story here. More than 3,300 sea lions in Chile die of H5N1 bird flu. Now going back to the other article, I'm concerned for the endangered species animals. I'm concerned for even animals that are not endangered species, like sea lions. They could go extinct if that continues. But now it's coming to endangered condors, and this is really concerning that it is killing birds like this. Let's read further. A recent outbreak of avian flu has killed 7% of the wild population of California condors, and officials are bracing for the virus to spread. So this could continue to more condors, and this is recent. This is as of April 26th. So, yeah, it's starting to wipe out or potentially wipe out birds that were already endangered before the virus. This is not good. And you can see in the picture here, there's a condor. And let's read a little further. At least 20 California condors have died of avian flu in recent weeks, and wildlife officials are preparing for the virus spread among the critically endangered birds. The highly contagious H5N1 bird flu that is killing North America's biggest bird is the same strain that forced farmers to cull millions of chickens over the last year. So this is extremely concerning now that it's starting to take out endangered species. And unfortunately, I think we may see a couple endangered species get wiped off the face of the earth if this should continue. All right, moving on to this. This is from Infectious Disease Tracker on Twitter. H5N1 bird flu cuts Philippine egg production by 20%. And there's an article to go with this. This is really concerning. So the Philippines, it's a fairly decent-sized country, and now their egg production has been cut by 20% because of bird flu. Let's read a little bit of this. Egg producers confirmed yesterday that their production has dropped by 20% due to the culling of at least 10 million chicken layers amid the bird flu outbreak. If we further read, it says, based on the Department of Agriculture DA's estimate, the entire population of chicken layers is at 45 million, but the industry estimates pegged it at around 60 million. So this is truly concerning, given the fact that 10 million were culled. I mean, something needs to be done to stop the spread of this. All right, continuing on, we do have this that was posted to my website by a new user that we have on our website named Steve. Summary: University of Maryland researchers conclude that H5N1 is becoming endemic. What does that mean? That means it's going to be continuing to spread year-round as opposed to seasonal. So this is something that we're not going to be able to control if it continues to spread year-round. And finally, he also shared this. This is the final thing we're going to show today. A mountain lion in Wyoming tested positive for H5N1 in early April. There were dead geese reportedly in the area that the mountain lion was found, but how the mountain lion contracted H5N1 is unknown. The Wyoming Game and Fish Department is not considering H5N1 a major concern yet. I tend to disagree with that because we're seeing it pop up randomly all over the place, and that's something that we really need to watch. Like, for example, the white-tailed deer population. Should it get into that, it would rapidly spread all over the place, which would be truly concerning because you have to understand there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of hunters in this country that go out and go hunting, and they come in contact with white-tailed deer. So that could be another source of how it could spread in humans, let alone the farmers who have to have contact as well. And I have said it before, I'm going to say it again today. If you are a farmer and work with livestock, consider masking around your livestock to prevent human spread from starting up and occurring. Alrighty, that does it for today's H5N1 outbreak update. If you want to see more updates like this, or like this update, give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. I will see you all again later today for the coronavirus pandemic update this afternoon. Stay safe and see you all again this afternoon. Thanks for watching.